Hi everyone! For today's S.T.E.A.M activity, we are going to be working with density, and density is how much space an object takes up versus how much matters in the object. Size versus weight, or in scientific terms, volume versus mass. So, for example, take these yummy bananas, okay? That's a lot of bananas in there, right? And then take this weight. Now, this weight and these bananas weigh about the same amount, but the bananas obviously take up a lot more space than the weight, right? Because they're bigger. So what that means is the bananas have a lower density. They have less mass per amount of space, while the weight has a higher density, meaning it has more mass per the amount of space. So the bigger the object, the lower the density. So if I were to put the bananas in the weight in a giant tub of water, what would happen is the bananas would float like a little banana boat and the weight would sink straight to the bottom. So because this has a lower density than water and this has a higher density than water. And that's what helps our activity happen that we're about to do right now. So you're gonna need one glass with water. It doesn't have to be this kind of glass, just make sure it's clear so you can see what's going on inside. You are going to need oil and you're gonna need food coloring. I'm using red food coloring, but you can use whatever colors you have. You can even mix colors if you wanted to. So what you do is we take our glass with water already in it, and then we gently pour the oil on top. Add a little bit more. All right, so if we give it a moment, just let it like settle, let all the bubbles kind of settle, we can see that the oil is already going to the very top of the water. Why is that? Because oil has a lower density than water. Okay, so I'm actually gonna take a fork or anything, kind of stir those bubbles out. We don't want those in the way, just those big bubbles. Okay, so now we're gonna take our food coloring and drop it in. And it's gonna kind of stay on top of the oil for a little bit, right? It's just hanging out with the oil. They're being best buds. But then, so one important tip is you wanna have drops of oil, not little like, not sprays of oil. So don't squeeze the bottle too hard. Here, let me gently move this. So you see how those food coloring is sticking on top of the oil? That's because the density. All right, let's add some more. We're just adding a bunch of them. All right, and now we wait. Any day now. So what this is called little oil coloring fireworks. It's not really fireworks, it's kind of like reverse fireworks because they're going down instead of up. But now, okay? So we see how they're all hanging out up there? Boom, look at that. You see how they're kind of spraying down? Isn't that cool? It's almost like a lava lamp in my opinion. So what's happening is the density of the food coloring is higher than the density of the oil. So now it's leaving the oil and going down into the water and spreading out. Isn't that so pretty? So what you could do is if you had multiple colors, is you could just put a bunch of colors in at the top and then you'd have a little rainbow in the bottom. Unfortunately, I only had one color, but red's pretty cool, I think. It stands out. So yeah, this right here, these are your food coloring fireworks.